A path contrary to recovery. Dear seminar audiences, I am Yang Chang-sun from Taiwan. I am honored to share my perspective on the recovery process for AIDS patients in Taiwan. What we envision for a friendly community. We imagine a harmonious society, where everyone, regardless of their sexual orientation or social status, could live with dignity and respect. Films like House of Himiko, a Japanese movie about an LGBT nursing home, and Scars on Memory, a Taiwanese documentary by Mickey Chin about the gay sauna and displaced populations, portray this vision of well-being under the rainbow. Truth is capitalism and social exclusion. Despite our aspirations, reality paints a different picture. Infectious diseases, big pharmaceutical companies, and right-wing ideologies contribute to the exclusion of the most vulnerable populations. They are left behind in the name of profit. Mental health and psychosocial issues are often overlooked. The Foucault model, which emphasizes criminalization and medicalization, consolidates systemic inequities. Biomedical addiction models are used to mask social medicalization and politicization. Books I teach medical students about profiteering highlight these issues. Policing kills. The harsh reality is that policing affects our communities just as much as it did for ACT UP New York. My loser friend is a prime example. Constantly rejected by job interviews in our fast-paced, over-competitive city, he spirals into depression, quarrels with his mom, takes drugs in suicidal attempts, and ends up in our psychiatric ward repeatedly. We face significant challenges in maintaining medical privacy in this war on drugs era. Patients are forced to screen for HIV at work and some get fired because their employers are already aware of their status. Many are rejected by dentists and insurance companies. Trust in the government is eroding. We do not want mandated recovery programs and rehab centers that promote social control and digital monitoring reminiscent of Xinjiang. These measures exacerbate persecutory delusions that cannot be solely explained by substance use or psychiatric diseases. Cultural violence, lack of freedom of speech, and learned helplessness contribute to unhealthy coping strategies and overdoses. The last-mile key populations often run away from their homes, jobs, society, and the police system, making it impossible for them to access our services. Key population community members should be included in decision-making processes, harm reduction efforts, and discussions about STI and sex industry issues. To break this vicious cycle, we must truly empower communities. Empowering communities is essential to breaking this cycle. Organizations like ACT UP fought against medical profiteering, and other NGOs strive to counter right-wing funding and colonization. With the expiry of HIV oral antiviral medication patents, we must switch to affordable generics instead of scaling up long-acting treatments. Generic oral TLD at $45 per year, with a high resistance barrier, can be sold through vending machines for PrEP, PEP, or regular treatment, along with other on-demand products like HIV and STI self-testing tools, naloxone, and sterile syringes. This drug price is 100 times cheaper than brand names. The money saved can be invested in human rights, social infrastructure, and curative and vaccine research. It should be spent on initiatives that truly benefit patients. WHO population guidelines for HIV, STI, and hepatitis provide clear directions. We should develop demedicalized health services using point-of-care and self-testing tools, community pharmacies, and key population community teams. The foundation of these services must be built on human rights, including the decriminalization of drugs and other subcultures. There are far more than biomedical models. Communities are experts in their own right. Let them lead. Put people first. Thank you.